What's up, Soul Tribe? Maya back with another reading. For those of you who are new, my name is Maya. I'm an entrepreneur who likes to help other entrepreneurs help themselves by providing personal development tools, printable from your computer. You can check out my website at mayaparks.com. I also have another website called ourtalentandtravel.com. I don't use that one much, but if you want to sign up to become an ambassador with us, an affiliate, you can go to that website. Let's clear the energy in the room. Right now, I'm drinking some tea, drinking some good old tea. Let's see. Oh, I left those books. Give me a moment. Man, I've cut this part out, but it's okay. We are attracting our soul tribe, and they support us. As you know, take what resonate, leave the rest behind. If the storyline does not fit your life, it may be for someone else. I'm getting this energy where I'm talking to somebody who uses their voice. Somebody uses their voice in order to get a point across. Not only get a point across, but to speak for people who are not able to speak for themselves. I'm getting that energy. I'm getting that energy where somebody uses their throat chakra to speak truth. Continue to speak truth. Keep going. We're going to go from the Fairies deck right now. Spirit beings of highest Christ light, please come in. All dark spirits, please leave. Spirit, please protect me during this reading. Let the collective get something out of it. Let it be beneficial for their life in some kind of way. Yeah, Spirit want to use this Fairies deck today. Spirit beings of the highest Christ light, who are therefore highest and best always. Pink may be very significant. Somebody likes the color pink. What's the overall energy? What is the overall energy? Look in a book. Okay. So Spirit is telling you to look in a book for answers. Whatever your question right now is about life in general, you'll find the answer inside of a book. The words you find will bring the insight that you seek. At the bottom of the deck here, we have fairy spotting. It's time to go fairy spotting. It said that seeing is believing, but in fact, the opposite is true. Believing is seeing. The way that I look at this card is, instead of you saying, oh, until I see the results, I'm not going to take action, but it's the opposite. It needs to be the opposite. You take action first, and you believe it's already done, and then you will start to see the results. The fairies are saying that the guidance you seek is contained within a book. Look around right now, pick up the first book you see, hold the book against your heart, and say, fairies, turn the pages in this book for me and guide my fingers to the words I need to see. Now, this could simply be opening up the Bible. If you enjoy reading the Bible or any kind of religious book, it includes that as well. I just wanted to make that clear. Somebody's 64 or 65 years old. Okay, now it says, now close your eyes and randomly flick through the book, allowing your finger to come to rest somewhere on the page. Read the words and see if they resonate with you. If your finger lands on a picture, try again until it lands on text. If the words immediately seem relevant, take them on board. If they don't, write them down and sit with them for a day or two. Be patient and their meaning will come to you. You can also ask for the meaning of the words to be revealed in your dreams. Before you go to sleep, write the words on a piece of paper and place it under your pillow, saying, fairies, these words I place beneath my head. Reveal the meaning while I lay in my bed. In the morning, write down any dreams you can remember, then be patient as the wisdom from your words filters through into your waking reality. The card may also be a reminder that reading a book will be good for you right now. If there's one you've been meaning to read for years, now's the time to do it. The fairies may also be saying that a book could prove a valuable gift for someone else, as it may open their mind to other ways of being. Okay, and I just thought about the book that I just wrote. Not only is Spirit directing you to look in a book for answers and to read more than to watch television and scroll on your social media. If you have written a book, or even if it's an ebook, Spirit is saying maybe it's time for you to give that book away to someone who may need it. Give that book away to somebody who you feel like would benefit from it. It's okay to sell your book, but at the same time, it's just even better when you give it away to somebody who may need it, who may need to hear an encouraging word. Those are the people that Spirit leads you to give something to. So just keep that in mind. With my book, what I do is I will go to these libraries. There's like little libraries where I live because I live in the country. It's like free libraries. So I just like leave my book. I might take a book that's already on the shelf and it's free. Kind of like you help me, I help you type of thing. Okay, so underneath the fairy spotting, at the bottom of the deck is purity. Always trust in the purity of your heart. Look inside your heart, and within it, you'll find the answers to your questions. A lot of times we live in our minds a lot and forget that our heart speaks to us as well. Pay attention to your heart and what it's telling you. Thank you, spirits. Okay, now I'm going to move on to the Stranger Things deck. After this one, we're going to move on to the Intuitive Soul Tribe deck with basically a combination of different decks that I have created myself on index cards. So it's going to be a little different today because normally I work with the same cards, but today Spirit is telling me to work with these unique cards that I have in my stash. By the way, I will let you know what cards that I use. Every single one of them, it will be in the description. You can buy them on Amazon. You can visit my storefront. Okay. All right. Spirit, what other messages that you have for us besides looking a book? We appreciate the messages so far, but what else do we need to do besides looking a book? Okay, I see the page of dice. I see the king of scoops. They're both in the reverse. At the bottom of the deck is the 7 of dice. Okay, let's see what this means. Page of dice in the reverse. And I see the main character from Stranger Things, Will. He's standing on a rock with a green light behind him. He's got his backpack on. He looks a little frightened. Not sure what that's about. Then we got Steve here. We got Steve, who is the king of scoops, in the little ice cream shop that he works at. Okay, let's see. Page of dice. It says one of Will's most noble traits also put him at risk. Instead of telling his friends and family that he was in danger, he withheld information out of concern for their well-being. You might feel a similar inclination if the page appears upside down. But step back and assess the situation. Are you keeping information you would want to know? Are you refusing to ask for help because you're worried that it will be a burden? Embrace your communication skills and open up. You may be surprised at how many people are on your side. Okay, that sounds amazing because a lot of times we let pride get in the way and we don't want to ask for help. Maybe Spirit is telling you that it's time to not only to look into a book for answers, but to also reach out to people that you know, like, and trust that may be of some help to you if you're going through something in your life right now. There's nothing wrong with reaching out for help. Let's move on to the king of scoops in the reverse. Are you managing your money or is it managing you? Steve works to live and knows how to balance his personal life with his career. But when this card is upside down, it may reveal that you are struggling to do the same. All work and no play makes the king of scoops a dull guy. So get out there and enjoy what you've earned. Okay, Spirit is telling you that you are a hard worker, obviously, who deserves to also play. You may work so hard to the point where you're not realizing that you're working too much, and there's maybe a lack of balance there. Be sure that not only you're working hard, but you're also doing some things that you love. Okay, let's move on to the 7 of dice. Okay. The 7 of dice is at the bottom of the deck. As Will once said, something's coming. It's time to make sure your party is all aligned. There's a sense of uncertainty, of potential dishonor, and unless you have your campaign planned out, you might find yourself taking a critical hit. Take more time to fully understand your situation before deciding on a course of action. You won't regret it. Okay, that's your advice from the Stranger Things deck. I'm looking forward to the last season coming out. For those fans out there, I'm sure you feel the same way. Won't be till the end of this year, though. Okay. Let's move on to these other cards that I created. Sure, do you have anything else to say to the collective right now? Medusa is here. Not sure why. You may want to look up Medusa's story. You may have a similar story to Medusa. Spirit is just telling me to tell you to look up Medusa's story. Then we have trustworthy friends. It says, thank you, angels, for surrounding me with people I can trust and love. So what Spirit is telling you is that try to balance your work and play life. Play more, make more friends. Understand that there are more people that are for you than there are people that are against you. What else, Spirit? These are great messages, by the way. We have new or renewed romance love here for you. So you are either going to have a new person come your way that's going to want to be with you, or you are going to have a brand new start with your person, the person that you're with now. It says, give your burdens to the Lord and he will take care of you. He will not permit the godly to slip and fall. I may be speaking to somebody who has a Christian background, a Catholic background. This is Psalms 55 and 22. Anything else, Spirit? Pope Joan. Somebody's name may be Joan, don't have to be. But Pope Joan symbolizes possibilities. It says that the possibilities are endless because the soul is limitless. It truly is. Childhood trauma. Spirit is saying you may want to take a deeper look at your childhood trauma because it may still influence the actions that you are taking right now. Divine timing is here. What you're working on now is divinely guided. So you are on the right path, whoever I am speaking to. Do not question that. Move into your heart more than your head right now. God's plan is bigger than ours. I said it because it's right here in front of me. God's plan is bigger than ours. Sometimes we can't even fathom what the plan is. Shanti is here. I'm the angel of peace. I bring you new tranquility and a smoother road ahead. So the worst is over. The worst is over. No worries. Like I said, take a closer look at your childhood trauma. It may influence the way that you think right now and the actions that you're taking with your life. I see smudge your space. Get you some sage or some incense if sage is too strong. I'm speaking to an earth angel right now. Spirit is saying now's the time to cleanse your space, cleanse your aura. Okay? You may need to get out in nature. You are somebody who is meant to be out in nature. It's cool to be on your electronics, but it's even better when you're spending time outside. You'll feel a whole lot better. It says, take delight in the Lord, and He'll give you your heart's desires. Commit everything you do to the Lord. Trust Him, and He will help you. Psalm 37, 4 through 5. Somebody's name may be Mora, or somebody's name starts with an M. I'm getting that. Somebody's name starts with an M. It says, she who hesitates. You like to ponder on things before making a decision. You know, being delayed gives you confidence because it gives you time to think on things before you actually take action. At the bottom of this deck is healing. You're somebody who's very healing, not only to yourself, but to others. You are returning to your wholeness and you are completely transformed, whoever I'm speaking to. Okay. I'm going to go back to this Stranger Things deck. I'm being called to do that right now. Spirit, can you tell us the outcome of this spread? The overall outcome, and then we'll get some advice and then wrap it up. The overall outcome is the Knight of Strands. We have a pizza that's on the front of this tarot card. You may be somebody who eats a lot of pizza, or you like pizza, or you've been eating a lot of pizza lately. Then we got the Page of Scoops in the reverse. Okay, let me see. At the bottom of the deck is the Star. Knight of Strands in the upright, Page of Scoops in the reverse, and the Star at the bottom of the deck. Let me see. Find out what this Knight of Strands is talking about. It says, as Argyle says, try before you deny. This Knight encourages you to listen to your instincts, but also consider exploring something new. You don't have to know every single detail before you say yes. Just go with the flow. Spirit is saying, go back to going with the flow. Don't try to know every single thing that's going on in your life. You probably drive yourself nuts. Page of Scoops in reverse. It says the page warns you to stop crawling through your air vents before you're sure whether you're going to fit. You are jumping headfirst into important decisions without thinking it through. And even though it might have turned out fine in the past, it's time to reevaluate your approach. Okay, so Spirit is saying, before you make any major decisions, think. Think not only about yourself, but also think about your child. I see a child here that's on the front of this card. Okay, and this child, for some reason, I'm getting think about your child. You got to think about that. Whoever I'm speaking to, whether it's your child, and if you're somebody that's saying, I don't have no children, okay, if that's the case, then think about your inner child. If you don't have a child, think about your inner child before you make any major decisions, is what I'm getting. The Star, shining with inspiration brighter than 1,000 Satan's baby fireworks. Lucas, and by the way, it's Lucas' sister that's on this page of Scoops, okay? Lucas Sinclair knows how to turn his ideas into action. When the star rises for you, it means that all things are possible. You have rejected limitations and dismissed doubts. Now you find yourself blazing a magical path to success. And this is very inspirational to other people. I want to add that. Let you know that other people are watching you, whether they are enemies, friends, or family, even lovers, past lovers and current. You are showing people how it's done, showing people that all things are possible. Okay, if you truly believe, keep going. Spirit is encouraging you to keep going because you're on a great path right now. This is a very positive message. Good job. Like I said, look up Medusa when you get a chance. Look up her story. We also have other people here. We got Pope Joan, Shanti, the Angel of Peace. Okay, may want to look those people up as well. You also may want to look up the two scriptures I mentioned, Psalms 55:22 and Psalms 37:4 through 5. I love you guys. I will see you on the next one.